Yep, that did work. Yeah, you can upload that right to my computer and then it'll go on.
He does not play those 6 tape notes. And if you watch him throughout the whole show, half of what he's doing is playing the 2 and the 4. I'm a drummer, so I know. I'm watching trying to figure that out. Yeah. Because I have no idea what you're talking about.
Foreign language.
Yeah, exactly. Jim and I are looking at each other like, okay, the 2, the 4, the 16. We're trying to do a math over here, and I don't know what you're saying. All you got to do is just watch the video that was put out for 1 or listen to the song. And you hear the bass drum, that's the I mean, that's the main part of the song. He does not play that on the Big 4 tour. He's just sitting back and playing a very simple beat, and you can allow the drummer, the bass plug for you. What he is doing. Those notes he's allowing the bass player to play them for him. All right, well, Randy, I appreciate your perspective and all that. I'm not a musician, Jim's not a musician, and I hate to tell you this, but 99% or maybe 90% of people listening to that. They're hearing water.
Look, there's a waterfall. Oh, that is an awesome.
First of all, you talk about locking with the bass. Was there what?
Just like this. Yeah. Too bad it's short apart.
It is nice part of the song.
But the thing is,
I don't want a picture. If you wanted a picture, yeah, no, you.
How polarizing it is about Lars as a drummer.
Just one quick one.
My thing about it is that I think Bill's a technician on the drums. He's brilliant with stuff he plays. But if you're going to get technical about 16th, 4th notes and this and that, I mean, not that guy either.
No.
But Bill is a sounding guy. I mean, it's the whole package that you have to look at. So that's what I think. And to my ears, it's fine. I mean, does he have bad nights sometimes playing live? Especially, yeah. Guys now in his late 40s or whatever, and it's a physical thing, and it's a grueling style of music Metallica play.
And they play a 2.5-hour set.
Especially, especially that style of music. I mean, it's a tough thing to do. Your body's... Hell, man, I threw out my back just getting my suitcase out. I was hobbling around the Big 4. Lars is, I couldn't go up and do 2.5 hours like he just did. So, yeah, I mean, listen, if you're going to get into technicalities, I get where you're coming from, but I don't think a lot of people are overly worried about it. It's Eddie Trunk Live, Sirius XM, the Boneyard, Jim Florentine hanging out as well. We are live here on this Monday, 6 to 10 Eastern, 3 to 7 Pacific. More calls and discussion than normal because it was a huge week with the Big 4 stuff going down in Indio on Saturday, which I was there for, and also the incredible news that KK Downing is no longer in Judas Priest. So we're taking your calls on that and other things. Glenn Hughes will be here at the top of the hour. Lots to talk about with Glenn coming up in the second 2 hours of the show. And he may perform in the studio, too, so that could be great. Stick around for Glenn coming up. More of your calls, though. Lines you can. We'll go to Milwaukee. Say hello to Adam. Go ahead, Adam.
Hey, good evening. Thanks for taking my call. Really enjoyed the show, and I wish I could have been out in India with you guys. On that note, I have a question and then a comment. I just find it very hard to believe that I had heard nothing through the rumor mill, any press releases, anything regarding any kind of North American tour with this. I mean, the end is certain there, and we all know that these guys sell out stadiums all over the country, as well as Canada and Mexico. I just can't believe there's nothing. I mean, maybe this was just a test or a trial run. I mean, I don't know. Have you heard anything?
No, I mean, I don't know where you tuned in, but I said that earlier. I don't think it's ever going to be a tour. It's not. It's going to be special event, festival type shows. Festivals don't tour generally. At least I don't think they do. Lollapalooza is a big festival. It's down to one destination, Chicago, every year. You want to be there, you got to get there. That's what kind of makes these things special. I'm doing M3 in a couple weeks. I'm doing Rocklahoma. Those are stationary things. I think with Big 4, you're going to get LA. I'm sure you're going to get New York. You may get Boston at one point. You may get Texas
Chicago
at some point. You'll get spots in the country, so you'd have to go cross country maybe. But I don't think you're ever going to get that. Listen, Metallica can do. You have to remember something here. Metallica is bigger than the other three bands combined, times two.
Oh, for sure.
So they can do this when they feel nostalgic and want to, but they don't need the other guys to do whatever. They may want to go do something else.
Well, also with this thing, they're booked overseas, doing a bunch of European festivals the whole summer, Big Four. Every couple of weeks they're doing a different one. If they do a date on the East Coast in September, which they say in a stadium, you can't do stadiums. You're not going to be able to do Chicago in October and stuff like that. It's going to be too cold. So you only really have a short window to do stadiums. And they're not going to put it in an arena. They can sell 20,000 seats. They're not going to do 2 or 3 shows. They'll do it in a stadium if they're going to do it.
It's real expensive to do stadium. It's real expensive to tour, period, right now. And again, it takes away. There's something, festivals and big kind of special events become destinations. People plan vacations, they plan a weekend around it. It's a part of the experience, special. If you're doing it across the country and you're doing 50 dates, it dilutes a lot, because in Indio on Saturday they had 50,000, 60,000 people. They probably would have more if it wasn't Easter weekend. Okay, so people came from all over the place. I was meeting people from outside of the country, people from here that flew cross country like me, people from Boston, Texas, all over the place. When you go to a festival, you run into people that come from all over the country and the world. That's what makes it special. That's why you have so many people there, this mix of people, it becomes a destination. Immediately when you decide, well, we're going to do 50 shows, guess what? It's not that vibe anymore. It's not special. It's not that sort of community feel. So whether you like it or not, that's just the way these big events happen. Metallica wants to go and do 100 cities in America and arenas tomorrow. They could do it, and they don't even need an opener. But these are special events. I understand what it makes it less unique when they do it. And there were people going over to Europe to see this thing before they knew it was coming to America. Now there's America show. There might be one in New York, and then maybe in 6 months, a year, they'll announce another one. You just don't know. Thank you for the call. Let's see. A lot of Big Four calls as I expected. Let's see if Lou in New Orleans is back. Lou, are you there?
See if we get it.
Lou. Lou fell asleep. He was waiting for a long time. Sorry about that, Lou. I see Glenn Hughes walking into the studio right now. Oh boy, Glenn's early. What's up, Scott? Glenn Hughes coming into the studio.
How are you?
The legend. This is what's great about live radio. The legendary voice of rock walks right in while we're doing our thing. And everybody else is here now. The voice. Good to see you, man. How are you? We're just, what's up, Mike? How are you? Jim and I, Glenn,
talking about the Big Four, just happened over
how was that?
in California this weekend, and also KK leaving Breeze.
Yeah, well, good. Jump right in. Are you ready to talk?
On the way, because these guys, I grew up with these guys in the black country. Oh, no doubt.
Wait, let's look at Glenn's side. We're throwing you right in the fire here, my friend.
He's an old friend of mine, Tony Blokevich. This fellow's like family, and I'm really intrigued to find out what the heck is going on.
Eat that microphone. What's going on?
Do you think? Yeah, we're trying to speculate. I mean, does he want to do solo stuff? Does he just want to retire? Does he not want to play anymore?
I got the text from Ed, and
Glenn didn't know about it.
I'm new to the party, so I mean, I know these guys personally, but I haven't got the skinny on what the deal happened. It's just very strange that duo, the lead guitar duo, is not doing it right now.
Because we were saying they got a bunch of festivals booked in Europe, so they're going out like mid-June.
It's supposed to be a farewell tour. How do you lose a key guy on a farewell tour?
You know something?
What the hell happened?
I don't know. That family is so tight.
I know, that's
strange. Those 4 guys. They're like, it's unbelievable to hear this news.
I'll read this to you again because you just walked in. This is what Rob has said about the whole thing. And by the way, I've emailed Glenn KK a couple of times since this happened. KK sent me, when it happened, KK sent me an amazing email thanking me for my years of support and Rob had to say. And of course, as I said to Tim earlier, Rob listens to the show. Rob, of course, one of my best buds. So this is his take on this whole thing. He says, and I think there's interesting things in here. Okay? KK said that he left the band because of differences with factions within the band and management. This is Rob's response. He said, KK leaving was his own decision for the reasons he made public on his website, which are what I just told you, right? Right? Okay. Now, he says, we had a fantastic time together on the Nostradamus tour, but KK has his own life to live, and we can't force him to do anything he doesn't want to do. Now, why that's really interesting that I mentioned to Jim before you came in, Glenn, is that the Nostradamus tour was 2 tours ago. Right? They did that British Steel 30th anniversary. So did Rob just overlook that tour, or was it not a fantastic time on the last tour?
Whoa there, fucker.
Really smart in how he speaks. Yeah.
Would have had that on video.
So for him to
Was it recording?
Yeah. On the last tour leads me to believe
His fault there.
something maybe went something's dog here. And you know, Ken's a great
28 miles.
This is a really tight family. So something's going down. We're not.
Did you want to?
Here's the rest of it.
I'll find a pullout over here and take a picture.
He told us of his decision to leave Priest before Christmas time. So he announced to the band he was going to leave the band 4 or 5 months ago. Rob continues, personally, I thought this could